Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the NASCAR Report. I'm your host, Tyler White. Thanks for joining us tonight as we get you ready for the race weekend. But first, let's start you off with a look back from last weekend at Daytona. Beginning with the NASCAR Xfinity Series Alert Today Florida 300, Ryan Reed picks up his first career victory. Congratulations, Ryan. Chris Buescher second, Ty Dillon third, and his older brother Austin finished fourth. Brad Keselowski fifth, David Starr sixth, Eric Almirola seventh, Kyle Larson 8th, Ross Chastain 9th, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. 10th. Ryan Reed, as you all know, his sponsor, Lilly Diabetes. That is his sponsor because 4 years ago he was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. The doctor said that he will never race again. But God healed him. He's running full-time the Xfinity Series. Last year was his rookie year. Had a decent rookie year, not too bad. Had top 10 finishes, finished in the top 10. His best finish last year was 4th in the night race at Daytona. And then Saturday, picked up his first career victory. Amazing story by Ryan Reed. And I tell you, he's a force to be reckoned with. He'll be a serious threat to win the championship this year, folks. That's my bold prediction. And, of course, we had a very bad wreck Saturday. Kyle Busch has had a severe leg injury from this accident. He spent a couple days at Halifax Medical Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. I know some of you are probably cringing because that's the same hospital that we lost Dale Earnhardt at in 2001. But then flew to a Charlotte hospital. Now he's back home recovering. And Kyle, we wish you a speedy recovery. Matt Crafton drove the number 18 car in the Daytona 500. But it was now announced that David Reagan will drive that number 18 car for the rest of the year, or unless Kyle's leg heals pretty quickly and the doctors clear him to race again. So, Kyle, we hope you get to feeling better, bud. And a look back at the Daytona 500 on Sunday, Joey Logano, the winner. Congratulations, Joey. And also a double congratulations to him because he will start on the pole for Sunday's race at Atlanta. We'll get to that in just a moment. But right now, here's the rest of the finishing order from the Daytona 500. Kevin Harvick second, Dale Earnhardt Jr. third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Jimmy Johnson fifth, Casey Mears sixth, Clint Bowyer seventh, Martin Truex Jr. eighth, Casey Kane ninth, and Greg Biffle 10th. Now, Joey Logano, 6 years ago, was at Joe Gibbs Racing, filling in for Tony Stewart, who decided to be an owner-driver. Even though they've had a lot of success in the Xfinity Series, Joe Gibbs and Joey Logano did not have any success in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. So, at the end of 2012, they released him, and Joey Logano went over to Team Penske to drive the number 22 Ford. Picked up one win in 2013, Michigan, and made the chase for the very first time. But last year, he proved to be a serious threat for the championship. Won 5 races. The spring race at Texas, the spring race at Richmond, the night race at Bristol, the fall race at New Hampshire, and the fall race at Kansas. Made it to the final round and finished third in points. I expect him to be a serious threat for the championship again this year. That's my bold prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for that 22 team this year. All right, let's get you ready for the race weekend. It kicks off tomorrow with doubleheader Saturday. The NASCAR Xfinity Series High Sense 250 will kick things off. Coverage begins with Race Day Xfinity at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. No, wait a minute. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 12:30 p.m. Central Time, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time. And then it's the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series Hyundai Construction Equipment's 200. Coverage begins with the setup immediately after the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. And you can catch them both on Fox Sports 1. Now, it's 2 races for the price of 1, so if you can't make it Sunday and you're in that area, buy your tickets for tomorrow. You will not leave disappointed, and I expect a good crowd for both races tomorrow. Here are my bold predictions. I say a Cup regular is going to win the Xfinity race tomorrow because the last time an Xfinity Series regular has won a Cup, or that has won Xfinity race, at Atlanta was back in 2012 with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. So I say we see a Cup regular win Saturday in the Xfinity Series because that's how it normally goes at Atlanta. But for the Truck Series, we will see a first-time winner. That is my bold prediction for tomorrow, folks. And tomorrow is, or Sunday, I should say, I'm sorry, is the Folds of Honor Quick Trips 500 for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series on Fox. Coverage begins with Fox NASCAR Sunday at noon Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Expect Casey Kane to have a good run. He's a two-time winner here and won here last year. Expect Jimmy Johnson to have a good run, his teammate. He's also a two-time winner at Atlanta. Tony Stewart, a three-time winner. Expect him to have a good run. Another three-time winner, Carl Edwards. Expect him to have a good run. He also got his first career win here in Atlanta back in 2005. And expect the legend Jeff Gordon to have a good run. Five-time winner at Atlanta, and it's a very special track for him. First Xfinity Series win back in 1992. First Cup debut, 1992. All four of his championships were clinched at Atlanta. And also he has 5 wins here. It's one of his best tracks ever, so expect the legend to do good in his last Atlanta race. And in honor of that, let's take a look at our most memorable moment. 1992, the Hooters 500. Great championship battle between Alan Kulwicki, Davey Allison, and Bill Elliott. It was Richard Petty's last race after a remarkable 35-year career for the king of NASCAR. And Jeff Gordon, it was his very first NASCAR race. Many historians call this the greatest race of all time. Jeff Gordon led a few laps in the race, but crashed out early. Richard Petty, his car caught on fire, but they were able to get it repaired so he could finish his last race. Davey Allison crashed out early, but he was known for his gracious acceptance after losing the championship. Bill Elliott won the race, but it was Alan Kulwicki who won the championship by leading the most laps. Remember, this was before the chase was even invented. And as for Richard Petty, he was able to get the car repaired and salute the fans one last time. Now, unbelievable. It was Richard Petty's last race. And it's Jeff Gordon's first race. We didn't know at the time that Jeff Gordon was going to be a famous driver in our sport. We didn't know. And now here we are 23 years later, and we're putting him as a future Hall of Famer. That's unbelievable. And it's kind of ironic that Jeff Gordon's first race was Richard Petty's last race, and this season will be Jeff Gordon's final full-time season in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. It's just ironic, folks. Now, let's talk about that qualifying situation. As you all know, 13 cars did not get to make their qualifying laps because they failed the inspection. The drivers include Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, and many others. I feel like NASCAR handled this unfair. They should have at least let them run their qualifying laps. That is my opinion, folks. Right, here's the weather forecast courtesy of Fox 5 in Atlanta. Tomorrow for the Xfinity and Truck Series, lots of sunshine and a high of 50. Beautiful American day to watch the Trucks and Xfinity Series, but it's not looking better for the next few days. Sunday, 50% chance of rain, high of 48. Sunday night, 80% chance of rain, low of 42. And it stays as an 80% chance of rain on Monday if we have to use it with a high of 64. But only decreasing to a 30% chance of rain Monday night, low of 49, then going back up to 70% chance of rain on Tuesday, 60% chance of rain on Wednesday. Now, they have to go to Vegas next week. So if they can't get this race run by at least Wednesday, they'll have to move to the next available date, which would be Easter weekend, because no NASCAR is planned for Easter weekend, so they might have to move to Easter weekend. So our best bet is they either need to get the race run by Sunday, or if they have to move to Monday, move it to Monday night. So let's just hope we either get this race in on Sunday or run this race Monday night, so that way they don't have to move to Easter. All right, that is our show tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler White. We'll keep an eye out on the weather for the Sprint Cup race at Atlanta. And we'll be back here on Monday to recap the race weekend, and we'll show you what you can expect as the NASCAR season rolls on. Until then, this is Tyler White reminding you, for you to do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. We will see you next time on the NASCAR Report, everybody. Have a great night.